They're giving me so many new names, eh? It's a whole fucking new team. Killing me. You guys were alright last year, didn't make so many changes. Yeah, alright. You ready to go live soon, Manny?
Yeah.
Can I have no one sit on this side, please? If you're not in the coaching staff or players, can you please go around to the other side, please?
If you start talking, I'll do that. So, it has the background saying countdown to kick off.
So we're ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready to go. See that red button there? Yeah, that one.
The match of the round returns to Popondetta Park early in season 2026 to welcome in the Premier League 2 with a contest that will set the tone for what is to be the most competitive promotion chase of the live stream era. Minchinburry Jets come to Mount Druitt to face the mighty, hungry and certainly galvanised Town Rangers FC. Despite losses in personnel for both, and exits that in previous years should have spelt catastrophic, such is the quality of both recruitment departments that last season's would-be top point scorers and last season's minor premiership winners look wholly stronger as of the start of this campaign. My name is Marco DePoli, and tonight I welcome you to this state-of-the-art football precinct for the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2 match of the round between two powerhouses that both staked their claim this week that they are here to earn promotion and clean sweep the lot. I hope you are excited. There is just a couple of minutes until kickoff. Allow me to take you through the lineups of both these two teams. There are changes aplenty on either side. Hello, Simran Singh. How are you down there, my friend? Jeremy Zapato, how are you as well? Welcome to the fun. Let's introduce both sides. So, first and foremost, for the home side, they have the lesser of the two changes. Kyle Puffett, all-star goalkeeper, all-star winning goalkeeper, retains his spot in goal despite Brooklyn Urkel, also a player who has played against the All-Stars in the battle for Blacktown, but for the Blacktown Spartans themselves, providing competition off the bench. Spencer Guranyu, who was also fantastic in that pre-season exhibition, will start alongside Francis Adonteng. Of course, the big centre-back partnership alongside Arrow Gar, formerly a league title winner at Marion, and Jordan Camilleri, most recently seen at Ropes Crossing, will start at right back. Dennis Shehovic comes in at the base of the midfield, another former Spartans representative, alongside Anthony Napolitano, who has been here for now 3 years. This is Thomas Hermes is a player who has played all across the NPL sphere and will be moving into Town Rangers' senior NPL team next transfer window, but he so far is going to ply his trade at the local association side. And off the left will be Bonfield's Rugarutsa, who is meant to bring the house down. So I have been told, I'm excited to see it with my own two eyes. Sam Burke will start through the middle with 2 match of the round assists in his last live stream, of course. And Emmanuel Kwarteng, the experienced wide man, will begin off the right. Many changes for last season's minor premiership winners. Brendan Egberts begins in goal. Andrew Nunez is a familiar face, but Christian Zibats and Chris Rutherford, the latter who has just come from playing in the NPL sphere, most recently at Prospect United, will begin rounding out by what was meant to be Corey Smith at left back, but he's actually moved into striker. At left back instead will be another new signing in Wissam Abdel Samad. At the base of the midfielders, of course, Captain Evan Kotsiopoulos, another all-star representative in the number 16 jersey. And it's another new face, in fact, 2 new faces ahead of him, because Nicholas Camboris is nursing an ankle injury, I do believe, on the bench. He will deputise off today if he come on. It'll be Taylor Kachuk and Jacob Murr who will deputise in the middle. The latter was, of course, on the podcast at the start of the week. Darren Gulliver is your centre referee. Nicola Remats in the 14 jersey is the one who is just underneath the camera. Through the middle, it will be Corey Smith, as mentioned. A late dropout for Frank Albacana, who used to play at Marion at striker. It will be Corey Smith, as mentioned. Nicola off to the left. Fantastic. And should I leave last, but most certainly not least, the player of the year last year, the Golden Boot winner, the man who has more goals than appearances, the man who scored a hat-trick in his one and only All-Stars match, Blake Curry in the 13. We are underway at Popondetta. These two teams playing under lights, 7 p.m. There is a match of the round in the NPL League One's men's happening behind us. It is full of fun and action as one hits the deck hard in the opening moments of the game. We are into it. And Minchinburry Jets in their beautiful Real Madrid-esque white, all white, pure white away kits. Look at the size of this new centre-back partnership, which Evan Kotziopoulos absolutely promised on the podcast this week, said, stepping in, living very dangerously, but getting away from his oppressor and clearing it away with a Trivellis, picked up here by Sam Burke and then rescued and slowed down finally, necessarily, it must be said. Living a little dangerously, Minchinburry, but they're certainly happy with the way they performed in pre-season. The draw against Pons, a loss to Riverston, wins against NU Plains, I do believe, picked up here by Arrow Gar, who promised a lot as well himself on the podcast, promised that his team's football would be physical and fast. Town Rangers will have to do all of that without either of their coach or assistant coach, currently serving suspensions for the length of 4 match rounds. Simran Singh, long-time servant of Blake Morris, the head coach, will be stepping into the technical area as Kyle Puffett sends that one into the car park. Thankfully, I couldn't find a spot there. The little Mazda safe for the time being. Neither side yet to really put their foot on the ball primarily. Once again, my name is Mark DePoli. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Please let me know of the results that have happened from around the grounds. It will be nice to know what is happening left, right and centre. We're now looking for a football. Town Rangers have kindly provided one. Not a lot of talking out there just yet. These two teams perhaps still familiarising themselves. We might get a touch here of the ball. Look at this. We're still waiting for a fully pumped match ball. What a BDSFA start this is. Well, add in 2 minutes of delayed time, Mr. Darren Glover. We're going to need it. And finally, we have a football. And Minchinburry Jets, from in the attacking third of the pitch, will have a chance to launch it in out of the palms. In it goes towards Remats. It's bouncing kindly here for the Jets. Eventually rescued away by, I believe, Kwarteng. Into touch, that goes dead. Throw in it will be for the defending team. The attacking Minchinburry Jets will be able to pile on some pressure here. Looking a little dangerously. Thomas Hermes. A lovely touch by Napolitano, I do believe. And away comes Sam Burke, being closed down by the Jets. They've done so successfully as Andrew Nunez goes all the way back to Eggy Egberts in goal, making his debut in new colours today on the Match of the Round live stream. Of course, round 1 for a lot of teams washed out. The Jets key among them. First official outing of the season. Andrew Nunez picks it back up. Unlucky not to be voted as an all-star right back. No Philip Griffith. No John Mwene Malenja for Town Rangers. Camboris will deputise off the bench for the visitors. Burke. Lovely touch towards goal. Should lay off to the left. Instead, he's going to go himself. And he clears away, if not for the touch in the press. It was really well done by Boniface Rugarutza. Heard wonderful things about Boniface. Moving dangerously was Kotziopoulos. His brother, the coach, watching along. Bit of a heart-in-mouth moment. Picked up by Jordan Camilleri on debut after being a representative of the PL1 for Ropes Crossing. A couple of boys now from the now defunct Ropes Crossing men's side, including the likes of Jared Burgess, who pioneered that path. There's a certain goalkeeper you might remember, Jordan Davidson, who will be playing in reserve grade this season. Look at how Denis Shehovic has picked up the ball here. Let's see what former Spartans man is capable of. He played on a synthetic pitch, of course, as a Blacktown Spartan, so he's probably used to playing on surfaces as beautiful as this. Town Rangers a little bit fortunate there to pick that up and keep it. Hustling past the halfway line is Camilleri, but then his touch has taken it away after the pressure from Rimats, who's hoping, I'm sure, Nico Rimats, for a more consistent season. Torrid injury issues last year. Jacob Murr, his first competitive match, and it just so happens to be a match of the round in 5 years. He basically, since dropping out of the NPL in 2020, on the eve of COVID, has not played competitive football. All-age men's. Oh, lovely ball in behind. It's Blake Curry, last season's best player. Can he cut back onto the left? He's on his right now. He tries to pirouette and eventually taken off him by Francis Adontang. Really well done by the man who really shored up Town Rangers' back line last year. Simran Singh, the step-in coach, is really happy with the contribution of his big centre-back. And forward they come. Rugarutsa plays it square to Kwartang. And his touch a little loose and away it goes. Jets trying to keep it in. They do just that. Fantastically well done, to be said. Dropped in kindly. Slowing it right down. You may see the number 2 jersey for the Minchinburry Jets. I believe that is meant to be the number 1 jersey of Wissam Samad, if you're watching along with your eye on dribble 2, as the Jets pick up a free kick from just behind their halfway line. Shehovic doing his best to slow it down. This is Samad now, who is, in fact, yes, wearing the number 1 on dribble, number 2 in real life. He gave that back towards Christian Zebets, who is a real big body at the back. Rutherford clips that one forward, looking for another new man in Talon Kachuk. Oh, really well blocked there by Spencer Gouranyu. And that's why he's made a name for himself as one of the best defenders in this league over the last 3 years or so. Here on the edge of the box, taking a pot shot and driving it low and bouncing 3 or 4 times before going dead. Kyle Puffett never looking too bothered by that one. Corey Smith teeing that one up from distance in that 21 jersey. Pay attention to him. Just 24 years old, the man wearing number 21 for the Minchinburry Jets. Another one who's joined from the NPL World Prospects NPL, so local, and Hills as well. Oh, that's a poor pass by Arrow Gar. Once again, a league title winner in the PL1, so this should be a cakewalk for him, but a moment where he just took his eye off the ball. And now Jets perhaps have a chance to put the pressure on. A reminder that these 2 teams scored 9 goals in their first contest between them, 3 in the first half, then 6 unanswered in response by Town Rangers in the second. 3 straight, then 6 straight, separated by a break in the middle. Then they had a stalemate. Then they met in the finals, 1-1 went to penalties, and Jets went on to, of course, make the grand final after progressing through that stage. Long throw in, Puffett came for it, flicking header over the top of everybody, including the crossbar. And a grateful Kyle Puffett sees that one go dead after a tiny bit of indecision creeping into his hands there. Francis Adontang. Thought about retiring from football last year, opted not to. And we're so grateful to keep Rebedaks around the comp. Hugely competent defender, now given away there. Left by Jacob Murr. Touched nonchalantly back by Talon Kachuk to Rutherford. And Chris Rutherford receives it back off his new centre-back partner, Christian Zebets. Zebets with that super easily identifiable headband around that long hair. Looks like he's the more progressive of the two centre-backs in terms of passing is Rutherford. Just 23 years old, Chris Rutherford, formerly Rhino Lions NPL level centre-back. These Jets boys and Town Rangers boys have really picked up some handy names in terms of the pedigree. There was a footballing equivalent of LinkedIn. Ooh, pretty good signings, you'd have to say. Kotsiopoulos is looking for the ball. Nunez will switch it. Nice touch out of the sky by Zabets, who then crosses it across his body. Samad living dangerously. He's going to give away a yellow card here, but no, play on. And finally the free kick is given. Zabets also tried to slow down the man with the number 9 jersey on his back, who has really turned heads in pre-season for Town Rangers. On Phil's Rugarutsa. Just below your eye shot of the camera, you might be able to see Nikola Rimats just chatting to his similarly aged coach, Will Kotsiopoulos. So standing over this is a man with serious pedigree. 23 years old is he, just joined from Popondetta Hearts. Naturally a centre-back, recently played with Mount Druitt Town Rangers in the NPL space. Now he's at the clubland. He's delivered this in straight towards... Ooh. That's not very nice on the Egberts, but a little bit of a how you going, and if anybody knows Darren Glover, he's going to let that one go in the early parts of this game, but straight into the hands of Brendan Egberts, and Thomas Hermes showing that he can provide a bit of a shift and a shake and a shimmy of the ball in flight. Egberts, 28 years old, a perfectly prime time aged keeper. Crossfield switch again by Rutherford, perfectly weighted to switch it to his left back. Dropping back in here to Zabets, who tries to take it in the first and second touch past his oppressor. And Rugarutsa, which he does so well, and the Jets already looking way better playing out of the back. Certainly the pitch would help as Andrew Nunez from right back makes a run forward up against Revadax Adonteng. His teammates call him Francis. No matter the first name, it is that man in the 80 jersey who is so strong. Never going to win an aerial battle against him. He's going to be involved here once again. And Kyle Puffett came out. And then he takes a throw-in for a quick launch. Turning beautifully with Shehovic. There's that NPL touch right there on that right boot. Kwarteng slows it down. Drops it back into Arogar. Squares it to Revadax Adonteng. Picked up in the middle there by Dennis Shehovic. One-time Battle for Blacktown representative for the Blacktown Spartans. Picked up 2 goals and 4 assists in what was his best returning year since stepping into the senior space, although granted he is just 22 this year, Shehovic. Picked up here by Anthony Napolitano. Has a match of the round assist to his name against Oakville last year at Blacktown Football Park, also a synthetic pitch. Clipped forward, looking for the new man on debut, looking to cause a havoc. He's gotten past Egberts, who's fallen in a heap. And somehow Bonfils Rugarutsa has not found himself with an open goal to aim at. It's going to come back here towards him. Touch got away from him as Zabets came out comprehensively. Now he's making a tidy right out of defence. He cuts back inside and crosses the halfway line and crosses it towards Rimats, who would love a match of the round goal. Touch off the head was Kakar against United-esque, and it's been taken off him at the 11th hour. Lovely rush back in defence by Town Rangers, who are looking good here at home in defence, and certainly despite their high line, strong enough and quick enough to get in behind. Rugarutsa needs to play this quickly towards Burke in behind. He doesn't. He holds it up and he plays it backwards to Shehovic. Jets get some numbers back. Sent out wide, Arogar now makes a darting run forward. Held on to L1, did Kotsiopoulos will. Napolitano. Spent some time playing in Italy in the Serie D. Shehovic trying to feed that one in behind, testing Burke, but he's electrically quick. He's inside the box. Can he cut it back inside? Instead, he goes back, delivered in first time off the left, looked a little weak, bounced over one. Arogar was there, calling and appealing for a handball. Twisting and turning was Samadov, the left-hand side, who came central there, and it was struck from Shehovic. A palm stinger, but Egberts in his match of the round debut in new colours has twice thwarted those long shot attempts. And then he quickly plays it out to Nunez, and Jets have conceded the better of the chances so far, although Rimats came very close moments ago. Town Rangers, it seems they're happy to concede the territory and possession if it means that they can break quickly when they get it. Jets need to get their super dangerous number 13 involved quicker. This is great to watch so far. Mark DePoli here with you for the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2 match of the round, and it certainly is the match of the round. Right, hearing some results from around the grounds. Spurs 3, Glenwood 2. Workers 4, Doonside 2. Tigers 6, Newbury 0. Those are some huge, huge results, particularly Workers 4, Doonside 2, who showed defensive frailties last week in their match of the round, to be perfectly kind to them, despite, of course, those personal changes at the back. Blake Curry, this will fall to him against Puffett, and of all people, the chance begging gingerly back to his feet. A massive chance missed, and of all people, a let-off at home for Kyle Puffett and co. But that's much better. That ball over the top is proving so critical down that right flank. Parkley have also beaten Oakville 5-3 in first grade. Juniors and Creek a 2-2 tie. Polonia 3 and Pons 3. Pons rescuing the game late with 2 goals in the final 10 minutes. Fantastic, tight footballing competition across 2 divisions this year. Don't take your eyes off Blacktown. Here comes Jordan Camilleri, looking for the man with 2 numbers of lower value, running up the outside of him. Kwarteng and Camilleri. And they couldn't combine to create any foray forward of any real effective quality on that occasion. Arogar chatting to Simran Singh. Again, the step-in coach here today. Jordan Camilleri is then dropped into right-sided centre-back to cover for the moment, but lights flash before Simran Singh's eyes there as Jets look to line up a long ball. I cannot believe the miss we saw just a couple of seconds ago from BC 13. Nunez, that's really good off his left foot. Blake Curry can need a second bite of the cherry. You don't want to give him a first, let alone a second. Can he do what was spoken about so commonly and oftenly in the podcast? He cannot, and it's cleared away. Anywhere will do by Revedax Adonteng, I do believe. In fact, it was Samuel Spencer, I should say, Guranyu. Wow, lots of results coming in. Really, really good level of competition we have this year. Getting very chilly here. Sunset was set for 7:26 p.m. in Mount Druitt specifically. We are about to cross that point. It'll be total darkness before we know it. And after that foul is given away, a 2-man wall is required because the Jets are going to whip one in here. Town Rangers certainly have the height, if not the loftiest lot of anyone in this competition. Player free short, so now he's been marked by Napolitano. The ball does come in. It's floated in well. It's been cleared away. Nunez doesn't have a goal for the Jets yet. Twisting and turning was Taylor Kachuk. An offside flag was raised. In the process, pressure alleviated on Town Rangers FC. This has been a very, very, very interesting tactical battle so far. Up the right flank of Jets, up the right side as well of Town Rangers. Looking to attack from wide spaces. I wonder who else is tuning in and thinking similar things. Spencer Guranyu. In fact, it was Arogar. Napolitano was dropping in to play like a quasi centre-back, if you like. Rutherford will pick up for Jets the loose, dead ball. On the face, Rugarutsa was pressing there and forced the pass back towards Egberts. Clips this one well, one bounce straight to the path of a grateful Wissam Samad. It's then cleared forward, picked up here by Revedax Adonteng. Past Blake Curry with a bit of a push. Past Samad was quite saying he's just outside the box, he delivers it in, and it was a little bit under hit, in all fairness. This is better by the Jets. Lovely interplay. Well intercepted there by Camilleri. Rushed clearance there. Everything is good just until that moment right at the end. First goal today certainly will be pivotal, as it is in any game, of course. But it feels like this one could be quite tight throughout the 90. Blake Curry's come central. Corey Smith has moved off to the right. Marking the great Blake Curry directly is Revedax Adonteng. Samad goes back to Jacob Murr, who's nursing a higher calf tear right now, grade 1. Well won there, out of the sky by Granu. Rotherham Lions behind us. In fact, yes indeed, Rotherham Lions behind us have scored in the NPL. Western Sydney Rangers down at home, unfortunately, for them. The game waiting here for its next great chance. Flip to one side. Well, a man who's getting on the ball far more now in Christian Zebets. Oh, going down hard was Murr there under the challenge of Thomas Hermes. Hermes in the number 40 jersey, a diminutive midfielder, very, very stocky indeed. Was playing at US Albenga, which, believe it or not, is actually the name of a football club he was loaned to in the Serie A. Spent some time there in recent years. Kyle Puffer is onto his left foot, which he doesn't prefer. Granu, good touch into his chest and then over the top of his man. Well recovered, I think, by Corey Smith there. He's gone back behind his own halfway line and given it away. Oh, lovely fair tussle for the ball here. Oh, shot corner. Slightly overzealous dive towards the ground there by Bonfils Rugarutsa. And now in behind Corey Smith, who's got back into position. Can he find Blake Curry in the middle, threatening? Cleared away off the head. Camilleri makes a diagonal run to clear it away. He looks to dink it towards Burke, who loves a goal on this ground. 5 he picked up across all competitions last year on his debut Town Rangers campaign. Lovely bump off the ball there, just enough to get past the referee's eye. Ugarutsa turning past the halfway line, feeding in behind. Burke is so quick, as mentioned prior. Can he deliver the ball to Kwarteng, the only yellow man in the box? Slowing it up, putting it onto his right boot. At the back is Shehovic. As I mentioned before, had his most productive season last year. A look over the head by Napolitano. He can deliver a really good Trivella pass if he wants to. He plays it square. Back out wide to, I believe, Granu on the far side, hugging the touchline. Keel on the chalk, son. Napolitano picks it up and turns away from danger. There's that little outside of the boot. Adonteng Camilleri bounces it back to the big man. Oh, that's got a sting on Redemats, and he's feeling that. He won't say that on his Instagram. Hermes, you can see the quality there. Just that shuffle. So tidy. Picked up again by Adonteng, who goes square. Slightly obtuse to find Arrogar. They've swapped sides from left and right centre-back each. Shehovic is inside as Rugarutsa doing a little bit too much. 27 years old this year, of massively successful futsal background. He's actually played alongside Kurt Elbra from Eastern Creek Pioneer Soccer Club, who has represented Australia overseas. Another one to add to the list of that coming down hard was Saman, 21-year-old. Recently been a prospect, not the NPL side, the local side, the BDSFA side, and Riverston. Felt that hard there against Town Rangers. Hermes. Let's see what the man who has been told he's off to the NPL space halfway through the season can do for the rest of this game. He's been good at commanding the ball so far. Granu will pick up the loose clearance. Town Rangers starting to assert themselves a little bit here at home. Popondetta Park. pinnacle pitch of the BDSFA. Town Rangers will want to be the pinnacle team of BDSFA's Division 2. Hunting hard was Murr. Here he comes. He's got options to his right. He's trying to hold it up. He chips it and dinks it out wide. It's Corey Smith who picks it up. The 24-year-old delivers it into the back post. It was a nothing ball, unfortunately, for him. Got it wrong, caught in two minds there. And a massive let-off. Not for the first time for either side on this occasion, though, for the home side Town Rangers. I've been told that Oakville were 3-0 up before going down 5-3 to Park Lee. That is a catastrophe for Oakville. Hermes. Bouncing there with Shehovic. This is a seriously technical midfield. Hermes darts past one, past two, with a little shoulder bump with Blake Curry along the way. Granu crosses the halfway line on the far side, tries to feed it in behind, but Andrew Nunez read that really well. Lovely sliding challenge there. Kwarteng is wanting the ball. Emmanuel Kwarteng feeds it in behind. A ball a little wayward from goal. Can they stab it back in towards a dangerous area and find the first of the day? No, cleared away. Granu comes central to pick this one up from distance. Cleared away. Big bounce there, I think, with Kotsiopoulos. Down he goes. Simran Singh is asking for there to be a foul given against the visiting Minchinburry Jets. I don't think he's going to get his wish, but he will get a chance to stop the game. The best chance of the game, still so far, has fallen to Blake Curry in that 13 jersey. A reminder to you, to those who don't know, a man with 5 match of the round goals and 8 if you count the Battle for Blacktown, which means that since the live stream era began, again, counting Battle for Blacktown, he has picked up 154 goal contributions. And he's done that in 91 games. Predominantly, granted, in the second division. It was enough for John Charles to earn a move eventually overseas to Juventus. Certainly enough for Blake Curry. The ball's back in play. Burke is a bit free in the box here. Tries to square it across the face of goal. Picked up well there by Zabets. Darting inside of his own box one way, then the other, clearing the ball. Hermes picks it up for Town Rangers on the far right-hand side. Camilleri, he darts inwards, left-footed ball in towards Ugarutsa. And Nunez with a quick step away from the number 9 of Town Rangers. Just sends it anywhere, will do somewhat in the direction of Corey Smith. He might get there first. He's got courage to his left. He goes down into the challenge of Granu, who recovered that moment well. No appeals for a foul as Camilleri gets past Remats. Burke was attempting to run onto that ball, but the sliding challenge of Rutherford was fantastic there. Looking a little dangerously was Taylor Kutchuk, and he gave the ball away. Then he intercepted that one then as Nunez came across. Nunez, lovely touch again by Kutchuk. Not really seeing Evan Kotsiopoulos get on the ball all too much. The captain very much leaving it to the 2 number 8s ahead of him in Jacob Mern, particularly Taylor Kutchuk. Adonteng to Gar. To Napolitano. Good ball. And Granu is quicker. And get past his oppressor there. Spencer Granu making 16 from 16 starts last year. Actually picked up a red in round 1 of last year. Jets just about survived that moment under pressure there. Napolitano out of the sky well. Rivadax Adonteng, you can tell he's got a great touch, even under duress. Napolitano there. Just shy of the halfway line as Minchinburry Jets are opting to sit in a little deeper here. I think they're feeling the pinch of Town Rangers' technical quality on this great pitch. Camilleri, left-footed right back. Hermes gives the ball away, of all people, to Zabets, who goes back to this goalkeeper, which he's forming a relationship with, of course. Rutherford, Zabets, and Eggy Egberts. It's a brand new defensive triangle. They're going to have to get used to it quick. Curry riding the offside line. Granny's got a touch on the back of his jersey. He's pulling him one way and the other. And the two All-Stars coming together there. But at the end of the day, the offside flag was raised. Blake Curry is saying, yeah, sure, I was offside. But is he allowed to kick me and pull me and push me like that? He doesn't want a second red card in consecutive round 1 matches, Spencer Granu, that's for sure. Free kick for the offside, but still Curry asking the question. Perfectly poised, the match of the round, 0-0 it remains at Popondetta Park. Adonteng, oh, that's a beautiful pass, disguised with the shape of his body there. Inside by Camilleri to Quantang, who's touched by the Emmanuel. Remats, 2 goals, his only 2 goals coming in round 1 last year. A win over Glenwood, it was. Only 2 goals of the season where he featured in 11 games, started 10. As I mentioned, injury-riddled campaign in 2025. Samad, late inclusion to the starting 11. That's a challenge that's going to be laid upon Kyle Puffett, who stood tallest and then got down quickest. An unbelievable third-man run it was by Talon Kutchuk, who found himself 1v1 like Curry, but an easier chance than BC13. Talon couldn't take it. And while Town Rangers have certainly looked better in large patches, the 2 best chances have fallen to the Jets, and they have squandered both. And Jacob Murr's just gone deaf from Darren Glover's whistle. But what a productive run it was by Talon Kutchuk. And what a save it was by Kyle Puffett. Hermes is getting a talking to here by Darren Glover. It is Jacob Murr, cleared away by Arrogar. Hermes has half a chance here if they can play quickly. Emmanuel Quantang, square to Napolitano. Well, that's the one idea, I think. Slow him right down, testing Hermes too much. In fact, though, they've got him away with it, and Quantang is involved again. Big bump there with Samad. Well, one there by Zabets. Murr twisting, turning, despite the cast train. Doing all right. Ooh, big bump there on Kutchuk. And Katsiopoulos just quickly plays it out wide. Michael Carrick-esque, as he loves. This will be hard in on Curry for sure, but he's rode the challenge really well. This is a very high-quality game, given away by Blake Curry for Shehovic. And there is Sam Burke sliding in so well. Rutherford nonchalantly cutting open his knees to save his team from certainly going behind on the cusp of half-time approaching. Remats has to run square, does so well. Camilleri trying to push him in behind his Curry. Got the pass wrong, did Remats. Foul there in favour of the Jets. Shehovic standing over it so Kotsiopoulos can't take it quickly. But for Rimatz's under-hit, underwhelming pass, he's alleviated by at least getting the ball in favour of the Jets via a dead ball. Let's see what they can do from the set piece. Well, it's been taken from about 10 yards from where I thought the contact had happened. Kotsiopoulos dinks it in. This is relatively safe. An offside flag raised, and Jets wasted an opportunity there. To be perfectly frank. Emez bouncing there, Shehovic bringing it forward, Napolitano. Easily dealt with there by Chris Rutherford. A little bit too much. Sideline fence. Centre back went on a merry run and was met with a fence. Napolitano dropping between the centre-backs as he has done so far for the last 15 months as a Town Ranger. Oh, that's poor. Really poor. Bit of banter between the two teams. They're asking for it quickly. Remats is saying, okay, that's fine. Don't actually play quickly because you're right. Let's leave it for Wissam Samad. Oh, a foul throw. How often do you see that? Well, the first one of the year. And so, Napolitano, the happiest man on the pitch right now after that really wicked, wayward pass. Runs from possession again after the foul throw. Wow, Gomez dropping in to receive. The number 40 stabbing it to Everdak Sadonteng, who squares it to Arogar. And they're going to go up the left-hand side, it appears. Town Rangers at home. A little bit of a hand involved there. Kutchuk goes down under the challenge of Shehovic. Forward Shehovic past the halfway line. Nice running there by Rugarutsa. Just trying a little bit too much, and he's going to have it taken off him once again, I think, here. But he's still trying. He doesn't win the free kick. He does win the free kick. Well, that's really good work in the end, but I think it might look good on camera, but I actually would suggest that Boniface Rugarutsa should offload the ball just a second quicker. And he's won the free kick. Town Rangers, I'll remind you, doing this without their coach in the technical area. He's watching from somewhere. I don't know where. Thomas Hermes standing over it. A reminder, a regular to this venue in the MPL space. Dinks it in towards the back stick, and Egberts has a relatively easy claim. Slightly underjudged it and had to recover mid-air. He did so perfectly well, and he clears it out of his hands past the halfway line. Curry rising, Granyu winning it, then winning the second ball, but pulling it out for a throw. Remats waiting for a free kick opportunity, I'm sure. Just testing Murph far too much, and it was poor by Remats from the throw-in of all things. Corey Smith had to take it off him too there. Smith square. Look at the pace. Fortunately, under hit by Taylor Kutchuk. You just got that rush of blood. Once you beat that first player from about 30 yards from goal, you've almost got to take a shot, just for the sake of the ground. Play quickly towards Napolitano. Former Quakers Hill Junior reserve grade player of the year, as he was voted by his teammates at the time. Temez. Nunez put enough pressure there on Bonfield's Rugarutsa. Former Western City Ranger as well himself, Rugarutsa, back in 2019. Scored 22 goals at the AFA Nationals, where he's also voted the player of the tournament. That is the Australian Futsal Association, for those wondering. A very, very accomplished, tidy, technical player. Adonteng just playing it simple and short. His centre-back partner. No goals in this one. Curry wins that out of the sky, but it was too staunch off his chest. And here is the man on debut. He's into the box as he lays it square to Sam Burke. Blistering effort is blocked off by, I believe, Kotsiopoulos. And that's what he's very good at, sitting in front of those centre-backs screening. Oh, miscommunication of the highest order there. Remats and Saman apologising. Two men still, I'm sure, trying to familiarise each other to each other. Murr beaten to it there by Hermes. Square pass played simply by Kalen Kutchuk. This is asking a lot here of Corey Smith. He's used his smaller frame really well there against big bodies. Clipped pass in behind. Remats never scored in a match of the round before. Remats still just at the 6-yard box. Murr is there for the cutback. There's a body at the back stick too. Remats is almost playing as if he's in the 90th minute. And a completely wasted opportunity there, which has visibly frustrated the bench of the Minchinburry Jets. of the 6-yard box. He just refused to play it. Remats, we know of the quality he possesses. By his high standards, which is why I'm holding him to them. That was quite poor. Remats trying to flick it on there. Hermes is there. Could have gone down there. Does Blake Curry. Still down. Cleared Camilleri. Still down Curry. Shehovic. Nice touch. Sending it out wide. Still down a man. Jets wondering what they need to do to get the ball out of play. Kachuk trying to cut back and help his team defend. Town Rangers have lost their momentum a little bit. This is Rugarutsa. Head to the edge of the box. Shehovic, he teed one up before. This time he spreads it out wide. Hermes on his match of the round debut block. Where might it fall to? Burke wonders how it didn't fall right to his feet. Just a couple of inches later of his right boot. Curry's back to his feet. Much to the happiness of the visiting fans and those watching along as well. Hermes bounces it back to his 6, who wears the number 6. Gives it away. Taylor Kachuk. Remats, half a chance here. Curry leaves it for Smith. This is a chance. This is a massive chance. Good ball, a little wide from goal. Remats is going to have to turn provider here shortly. Can he beat Camilleri? He does beat him. Then he does the back heel expertly well. Jacob Murr with the Trivela. It was blocked off before it gained any kind of momentum. He wins it back and strikes, always looking lame, and it does go wide. Down on haunches, Riverax Adonteng. I wonder if he's injured. Or perhaps feeling the pinch of the early season blues. Adonteng inside of his own box. He plays it and gives it away to Kotsiopoulos. Curry from distance, he builds it in! It is absolutely fantastic by the competition's best player. The player of the year in the first available moments makes a huge contribution away from home and sends a message to the rest of the comp that he's here to do what he did last year, the year before, and in many a years gone by. BC 13 back with a bang. Hot off the All-Stars hat-trick, and Town Rangers only have themselves to blame with a silly but growingly characteristic giveaway out of their own defence. What a strike and what a moment by the comp's best player. Wow. 1-0 Blake Curry. And could it be anybody else on a big day? Free kick given. Town Rangers, must be kicking themselves. Played short Hermes. Can they respond instantaneously? Lovely work by Andrew Nunez. Such a solid fullback. Could probably play anywhere in that back line and look perfectly in place. Napolitano. I watched Blake Curry in awe. Although, Jets being sides apart here with some really crisp and intricate passing. Burke was offside. This will go dead. If not cleared away, the latter it is. It's cleared for a throw. Just find myself in awe of the great man. Blake Curry, he's never played NPL. He has always opted to play with his mates. And yet somehow, despite no real high-level coaching, the guy was just born to be brilliant. BC before Curry. And after he comes onto the pitch, there is always a goal next to his name. Number 1 for the year. His 155th goal contribution in his 93rd football match of the live stream era. That is absolutely brilliant. Quatang. Taking a little bit too long in attack. That's been the issue for Town Rangers all afternoon. Evening, I should say. They're getting the chances, but the boys up in the other box are just taking a little bit too long to pull the trigger. Jeez, it's been good to watch. Quatang, square pass to Shahovic. Half a chance here. Camilleri can get past. Samad, he cannot. Really well done by Wissam Samad. Delivered in towards the back stick. It was Granu, I think, rising highest. Geez, got a leap on him. He's a pure and proper athlete, Spencer Granu. Sent long as Nunes goes down in a heap, looking for the referee's whistle. Not going to be given there. Half-time is blown. Blake Curry capitalised on a mistake out of the back by the home side, and he absolutely put them to the sword with one of the goals of the season. Certainly a contender for it early in the campaign, and it is just what he does every single time, pretty much without fail. 1-0 it is to the visitors in what could be a pivotal day in the race for promotion. Town Rangers getting the win in reserve grade, by the way, so 3 points going their way in that competition. But so far, plenty more heading to Minchinburry Jets and Minchinburry Reserve, should they keep this scoreline in their favour. See you in about 10 to 12 minutes or so. We'll debrief the first half in a bit more detail and unpack the second and predict what we think could happen. But until then, Mark Polly here with you at halftime of the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2 match of the round, 1-0, and of course, Blake Curry. Same level as this.
I started my day setting up a scaffold for Union. Yeah. Then I went and filmed the knock-on effect cup for New South Wales Rovers NRL. Then went back to video upload and finish the scaffolding.
Crazy man. Want to go for a jump up? I can get around it, John.
goal too, just sort of.
That guy is so...
I was just filming and I was looking, getting ready to press a button to trigger something, and I'm like, the one thing I don't understand though is why these games are always so late.
The idea of that community for 11, I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But the idea for community football is that all teams finish their game and come and watch this.
Because I remember like probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, my day would be like 14 hours long. I'd start in the morning doing private school rugby union, then I'd go do studies rugby middle of the day, and then I'd go do like an NPL match at like, it was like a 8:30 kickoff or something, and those games for me always ended draws through to overtime and then penalty shootouts. So I would be there until like 10.
You get a pay bump for it once.
Good thing is that my days aren't that bad.
Yeah, okay. How do I sound? Do I sound alright? Yeah, sound good. I'm a bit seized with boys. Fucking stairs. But this is a unique experience. One year. It's a second division NPL game. They get 1 week. 16 teams. So a 1 in 8 chance of this being the match of the round. So it just happens to be what this was the match of the round.
Great planning.
The two entities don't communicate.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Communication? What's that? Never heard of it. Not as bad as trying to set up with NAP.
What's that?
NAP, they run NRL. So trying to fit this camera in between broadcast cameras on NRL decks is great fun. I quite enjoy it.
Okay. Tony? What's the other name? Sorry. Mistaken personnel. Tony Yang used to play for Western Spartans.
Yeah, you're good to go whenever. It's Town Rangers and Minchinburry.
Oh yeah, old man. Old man? Like my all age 14 just won 3-0 while I was there, 8-0 once I left. But, you know, I laid the foundation. If you need a fat lazy Sim, mate, I am.
Already gone.
You're a winger.
What do you mean I'm a winger? I haven't played wing for 4 years.
When you scored against Oakville last year,
Yeah, but I was playing 6. I just saw the run and went.
you were out of position.
Where's on the bed?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The second half not too far away from kicking back off. Mark DePoldi here with you at Popondetta Park. A match burst open by the brilliant Blake Curry in the number 13 jersey. Assist provided, number 1 for Taylor Kachuk on his debut. Darren Glover, the centre referee, back out onto the pitch. Town Rangers will now run from right to left. The visitors, with Blake Curry closer to our eye this time, will be running from left to right. No changes that I can perceive just yet. Looks like actually Corey Smith, the striker, has gone to left back. And Wissam Samad has moved into right centre back. And where is Rutherford? Well, that's the big question. Central has gone Nicola Remats. Anyway, Town Rangers get us kicked back off straight away. Teetering around on the edge of the box. Eventually Quantang sending it out wide. I think that's Burke. No, it's not on the far side. It's whipped in nonetheless towards Burke, in fact, and cleared away by Captain Kotsiopoulos. Town Rangers trying to start hot out of the change rooms. Curry. Ball goes dead. Town Rangers it'll be. Sun certainly down. Temperature dropping by the second. Quantang for Town Rangers, just outside the attacking third of the pitch. They go back behind the halfway line to Riverdeck Sedonteng. This is Arogar. Hermes. Square to Napolitano. On this near side, sending it out wide. Good ball. Granu touched between his feet, and he gets caught between them too. And Nunes deals with it really well. Two physical and tall fullbacks coming together there. Shehovic drops it in for Napolitano. Good ball into Burke, well weighted and cleared away Zebet. Oh, pirouette! Maradona-esque on the edge of his own box. He gives it away though, similar to how Minchinburry got their own goal. Now dancing with it is Rugarutsa. He goes down. Recycled. I believe it's Shehovic out wide. Square Hermes, he lines one up from distance. And Egbert just about claims it at the second time of asking as it bounced awkwardly over him. Nunes, and away he goes. Rapid plus. In behind that ball goes, but Arogar will leave this for Kyle Puffett, whose footwork has come a long way in the last 12 months under Blake Morris, his coach. Mohammed Halawi is the one who replaced Chris Rutherford at half-time. Hence why Corey Smith has gone from right wing / striker into the defence. He was meant to be starting at the start of the day at least, as it officially became 28 March, Saturday 28 March. He was starting at left back come 5 p.m. He was starting as a right winger. He did the Gareth Bale in a couple of hours. But now Halawi, Mohammed Halawi, onto the pitch. Shehovic cuts back and now crosses the halfway line with his slightly under-hit pass. Burke does really well to keep it alive. Bouncing well there with Rugarutsa down under the challenge. And Jets alleviated by a free kick. This has been a fantastic game so far. Mistakes are beginning to creep in as early season fitness concerns are probably now being reached. Swings out wide. Asking a lot though. And a lot he was granted with. Kotsiopoulos, that's going to be past him. Here he comes. Bonfils of Rugurutsa. He's past one. Rugurutsa's going to do it all by himself. He's past two, then he goes down. He's tripped on his own feet. On the perfect pitch, he goes down, and he's grazed his knee too. That's a painful one when you don't expect it. And now, Remats running straight at the presses. Under control from his chest. A bit of samba by Nikola Remats. He now runs square. A couple of step-overs. Shehovic closing him down now. Remats still, a couple more step-overs. This is brilliant. And then eventually given away. Just ran out of options. Throwing it'll be for those in yellow and green. Down has gone Kotsiopoulos, a massive concern on the halfway line. Well, Kamboris is the immediate and obvious replacement. Will Kotsiopoulos, his brother, senior to him by 3.5 to 4 years, will jog across to see how he's going. But he certainly took a bit of a weird turn when transition into attack did the Town Rangers. I wonder if he felt something go pear-shaped there. He's back to his feet. He's chatting to his brother. He looks okay. And the personal trainer is okay. Play on. Crossfield switch. Napolitano. Lucky he was under no pressure. Shehovic not the same wavelength as Granu there. Kotsiopoulos gives it away in his first touch since he was the one who stopped play for a bit. Shehovic square. Napolitano feeding it in behind. Well read there by Nunez. 1, 2, triangles made. Beautiful there. Kachuk forward he goes. Curry's quick but not that quick. And the ball wasn't really in his line of sprint. Puffett plays it short with his left. Adontang trickling his way out of the back line. Blocked off. Comes here to the man with the assist to his name, Kachuk. Remats ahead of him. Curry in behind. He goes towards Curry, who then played it square immediately. Curry went down under the challenge as well off the ball. Jacob Murr feeds a reverse ball in beautifully well. Halawi, I do believe. Play has been stopped in the build-up for an offside flag that was raised. Real long delay here as Town Rangers fetch the loose ball. Simran, any subs coming? TBC. We will see, says Simran Singh. A podcast favourite. Nunez, great bump there with Berg. Curry, into the face of Napolitano, but he's faced his fears well. Bonfils Rugurutsa, giving it away. Shehovic. Napolitano just about responds in time. Hermes sends it out wide. Camilleri on the far side. Jordan Camilleri. Delivered in with a hopeful ball rather than in that was properly teetered up. Granu out wide. Bonfils Rugurutsa struggling in the last couple of moments. Yet to have a significant chance in the match of the round, Rugurutsa. Napolitano. Nice triangles made in Town Rangers green and yellow. Shehovic feeding it wide. Kwarteng. 34 years old is the number 35, Emmanuel Kwarteng. Burke back to goal. Twisting, turning, well won there. Great sliding challenge there by Kachuk. I still just think the Town Rangers forward line players are holding onto the ball for one too many touches. Jets have been a bit more decisive in the attacking moments. Lovely reverse pass. Camilleri onto his left. As you know, he is left-footed. Cleared away by Zabets. How will they cope without Rutherford? A defensive change at halftime is not one you want to make when you're in the lead, certainly. Square into space. Picked up here by Kachuk. Nunez. Well hustled there by Burke, who receives it back for his hard work. Cuts past Kachuk. Hot shot lined up. Blocked. Napolitano. Burke was there. Napolitano went down. It was always going to be Egbert's ball. All allowed to bounce by Arogar. Header back was good. Just about enough for Puffer to get there. Oof. Not living so Barry there. Napolitano. Still getting used to not seeing him in a Quakers Hill Juniors jersey, despite this being his second year at the club. Oh, Remats has half a chance here, but well dealt with by Arogar. Oh, lovely work here by Town Rangers. Granu. Oh! Curry, I thought he would have kicked out there. He did not. Quatang. Strong in there by Maui Halawi. Did he sign his man down illegally there? Waiting for the call. A call. Any call. Still waiting for an arm pointed, a free kick, a throw. Free kick it will be for the Minchinburry Jets. I believe it will be a throw-in instead. Throw-in finally taken after a 45-second delay. Napolitano. Town Rangers, I think it would be fair to say, have yet to make a significant or big chance in the 90, well, in the game, I should say. Curry will be able to keep that one alive, but it will be a Jets throw. Curry can take them long. He does take this long. Cleared by Gar, and Rimat slipped and hurt himself. It looked like hopefully he's okay. Curry up against Dante. A lot of players in Minchinburry Jets colours slipping and sliding out there. Oh, given away. Kachuk. Remats is there. Flicks it back to Kachuk. Oh, lovely work by the Jets. This could be one of the best goals of the season. Horrendous miss. Gorgeous, gorgeous interplay. And then he just blazed it over the bar. They did everything right. A duo still learning each other's name, I'm sure. Remats and Kachuk. And eventually it was the latter. Blazing it way over the bar. You wouldn't have been able to see it, but Will Kotsiopoulos had a minor meltdown in the technical area just then. Napolitano gets past the halfway line. And then they go back behind it. Picked up by Arogar. South Sudanese African Cup winner. Still very young in his career, Arogar. In his early 20s, plenty to come. Super athletic defender. Of the modern breed. Nunez. Oh, in strong was Granu. No love lost. Samad goes back to Egberts. Corey Smith, I think, on that far side. Jacob Murr loves that Trivella, but on this occasion it might come against the help of his team. Unfortunately here for Bonfield Rugalutsa, that's going to be a Jets ball for all of his hard work there in the press. Solo press against 3 Jets players, and he won it, but didn't get the throw in his favour. Credit to him. Remats Nunez, Kotsiopoulos. Brendan Egberts to Christian Zebets. Zebek was the call on the far side off. As he kept that ball in, he has Smith and well, one there by Camilleri. Cuts back inside under duress from Maui Halawi. Great news being closed down by Remats. Napolitano. Apologies if you heard the French come through on the effects. A little bit naughty by Nicola Remats there. Arrogar coming here to chat with Simran Singh. Doesn't have any AirPods in today, so I can't imagine he's talking directly to his coach. I think his coach, Blake Morris, is entrusting him with the managerial and coaching duties. It's a show of faith for a man who has shown a lot of faith in you. So standing over it is Denis Shehovic, the project manager studying at Western Sydney University. Fortunately, manages to put that ball dead on the full. Massively wasted opportunity to at least put them under some duress. Still, 60 minutes into the game, waiting for a Town Rangers something in attack. Yet to really test Egberts. Yet to really test him. But I tell you what, as somebody who has watched a lot of Blacktown Premier League football, that ball is never coming back. That's $80 the club will have to spend to replace that one. That's rather unfortunate. That's been donated to someone local. That's the price you pay when you buy a house next to a footballing field. Yep, you're probably going to get music being blared at 10 p.m. at night on a Thursday. But you also might get a free deploy football. Town Rangers need to craft something here. He's kept that in beautifully well. It will be a corner, says Darren Glover. Jets are upset with that decision. Well, what I was going to say before I so rudely interrupted myself was that this has felt like a Premier League One quality game, certainly in patches. I think the whole entire game, you could also put that down to being very early in the season. Nobody's at their peak just yet. But this has felt in large patches like a Premier League One quality game. It was broken open by a Blake Curry Premier League One quality goal. High looping ball in, cleared away by Remats it was. Alawi dilly-dallying on the edge of the box, turning beautifully, and then surely firing off a shot now. The man on debut, he peels it back, and it's cleared off the line. Kyle Puffett thanks the man to his right. It's his captain, Kotsiopoulos, who makes a massive moment on the line for himself. They take it quickly. Town Rangers with some sustained pressure. Can they break open this resilient Jets backline? Pot shot! Stinging the palms of Egberts. It was well taken there by Adonteng. Never scored for Town Rangers. Only been here for a couple of moments, though, to be fair to him. The centre-back nearly finding his maiden. Someone in Jets colours, I think it might be Kotsiopoulos again, has gone down here. And this is of real concern. Meanwhile, they'll set up for a corner here. Right. Back in play. Will Kotsiopoulos has to make the long trip round back to the technical area. Ball in towards the front post, flicked on Adonteng. I think Egbert's got something on it, so it will be consecutive corners. At what point do the home side go to the bench? That ball was moving. Play on. Ooh. Kept in. No, it wasn't, says the assistant referee. Zane de Brincat on the far side. And here on the near side. Caleb Berwick. So changes. Changes we get. Town Rangers make the first double change. Tarkan Chalai comes on. He scored in the Invasion Cup from 30 yards out against Mariong's 21 squad in the semi-final of that brilliant competition. It was a barnstorming goal. Charbel Musa has also come onto the pitch. He's 26 years old this year. This is his first year at the club. He's joined from Coptic United. And he wears the number 10 jersey. What a jersey that is. Great touch by Remats. Great turn there by Remats. Lovely 1-2 there involving Remats. Wins a throw-in, does Remats. Throw-in taken. Approaching 8:30 p.m. at night. Halabi, good touch. Corey Smith losing out. Town Rangers have made the first change in the second half. Not made it at the break. Shehovic has a runner wide. It's his left back, Granu. This is going to trail all the way out, though. He keeps it in. That's brilliant by Granu. And then give it away. Murr trying to win potentially a foul there. Oh, a player on the far side still down. Remats, it's going to curl perfectly for him. Here comes Kyle Prophet, cleared away. Well done by the number 70 between the sticks. Jets give it away. A show of frustration by Jacob Murr. Darren Glover, the only referee who wouldn't accept that without giving a yellow card caution. Still concern on the far side for the Minchinburry Jets. Jacob Murr trying to take the time out of the game. Well, this is hilarious. Wearing a player no longer at the club's jersey. I believe that to be Hakim Marial. He's in Eamon Helmy's jersey, who scored in the last seconds of the grand final in September last year. I'll find out for you just to be sure. Stan, who came on?
Hakim.
Thank you. Confirmation. It is Hakim Marial who has come on. 19-year-old, first year at the club. This is his debut. He was here under the previous tutelage of managers of yesteryear, back in 2020. He rejoins the club today after stints at Bologna and Marion. He scored his first ever Bologna goal against Town Rangers, funnily enough, some years ago now. Camilleri. Shehovic gives it away, of all people. Kwarteng bounces there. Hermes. Not on the same wavelength here, Town Rangers. Missing Blake Morris, perhaps. And Alex Dunn in the technical area. Zebets. Oh, he's away, the big man from the back. He's still got it here. He might continue his run. He may never stop into the car park, you know. Wins a free kick for his efforts. He's come out of it a bit of ginger, though. Rimats is the one who's gone down in a heap. Surprisingly, for the intensity of the game, it's been a game of low chances. The goal came from a pretty poor error out the back. And since then, the keepers have rarely been tested. They've been mostly preoccupied with playing the sweeper keeper role. As Kotsiopoulos plays it short. Butchik went back towards the winger, comes centre back. In Wissam Samad. Nunes. Kotsiopoulos, great turn on the halfway line. Zebets, who just made that forward foray before. Pumped forward towards Rimats. Oh, look how quick Halawi is. And look who's right in the middle. It's the man who's just come onto the pitch. Can he find him surely? Needed to square it earlier. One too many touches for the umpteenth time going forward for both sides. Why did he not square it? Man, a huge chance missed. A moment of inexperience, unfortunately, for the 19-year-old. Great touch, Rimats. Rimats goes for it! Didn't actually get enough power behind it. In the end, it bounced right before Kyle Puffett. He had options either side of him too. A rush of blood looking for that first match of the round goal. Halawi. Oh, siding challenge. Still he runs on. Free kick given for the earlier infringement. To the visitors on a day that would see them come out certainly the happiest of any team today. I would suggest Parkley could probably ruffle their feathers for the happiest bunch, because they came back from 3-0 down to win 5-3 over their rivals Oakville, who spoke a lot about them in the lead up to round one. But this will be a massive win in the context of their season. Rimats is there. Final touch off him, goal kick it will be. Adonte, oh, that's absolutely gorgeous by the centre-back. Shehovic, can they kickstart there? Yep, that's fair enough. Allowing that expletive. I understand the frustration.
Dennis, fucking head up here, let's go!
Jordan Jimich.
Hey, let's go again, Tim, let's go, reset!
Jacob Murr starting to struggle, the number 15 out in the middle of the park. Hard running with an ankle, forgive me, a calf sprain, don't forget. Partial tear. Bump in the back by Camilleri on Hakim Marial. Tired legs out there as we approach the ending moments of the game. And still plenty of it to go, to be fair. But I said it would be a game separated by a goal. That was my prediction after the first 10 minutes or so, and it has certainly sustained that kind of trajectory. Marial was up there, at Donteng, a bigger body, and he gets it away at the first time of asking. Well won there by Samad. Nunes can't keep it in. Who's fitter? Who's hungrier? Who is stronger? Who has more intent until the final whistle? Kotsiopoulos sends it to the NPL game. Here it comes, back over. Play will have to be stopped. No, Darren Lover's given a ball. It's our ball. Back to all age, Darren Glover. Touch Sekovic. Red card given against Radomir. The game behind us. smoke. It's all happening here at Popondetta. Wow, it's an intensifying atmosphere. Waiting for the ball to be back in play. And now it finally is. Town Rangers, it's actually not back in play. We're giving it back to the moment where the ball should have been kicked back in, eventually under duress straight away. The drop ball harped on quickly by the Jets. We've got our match ball back, which is great. Arrogar streams into the attacking 30, continues on his run. Shahovic there. Oh, great turn. Delivered in low and flat. Twisting, turning, laying it off. Always going wide. Egbert's goal kick. Chalai underneath it, but it was Murr who won it. Beautifully done by the man who's just come off the bench, Charbel Musa. He picks it back up and tries to turn. Big bump on Kotsiopoulos there, but he stood tall. Minchinburry Jets, it's been a while since they got forward out of their own half. Musa turns towards the byline, the number 10 running directly at tired legs. Past Darren Glover, good touch by Murr, running in behind. He goes for the Rabona, beautifully done. Snuffed out though, offside was Halawi. Oh, two players go down in a massive heap there. Kotsiopoulos is the beneficiary, and away come the Jets. Nunes at the far side. Well done there by Jordan Camilleri. Sam Burke comes off. Ali Hassan comes on. Arrogar comes to chat. To Simran Singh, I should say. Another Jets player goes down. Sting taken out of the moment here. There have been so many stoppages in the last 5 minutes or so. A game struggling to create momentum. Two teams struggling to maintain momentum. Minchinburry Jets, I think, are going to be content for the rest of this match. I think by holding it out. They are down on troops today. And they are, at least it seems, a bit less prepared than their adversaries today. Town Rangers have been the fitter and the stronger and the more durable. It's the end of the night, I think, for Corey Smith on that far side. He's going to hobble his way to the bench. He's really struggling at the moment. So, the good thing for Minchinburry Jets is that Nicholas Camboris can come off the bench. The man who opened the scoring in the grand final against Prospect. A gifted footballer. Hard-running technician, the man who's just returning to full fitness after some strains in the lower body. I suffered the same thing getting out of my desk chair on a Tuesday afternoon. Right, let's see if this game can kick back into pace. No one's gone.
Hey, Red.
It's actually happening underneath the eye. Time's being added on. Ali Hassan's being spoken to a little vulgar there from Jacob Murr.
Come on the field then. I can't have it anymore. Too big.
Get him to shut up.
Who's now taking stabs at players off the bench.
You lost. It was 1-0.
Red, he's still going.
Well, this is going to have some fire in it. Jacob Murr is going to feel it in the last moments of this game for sure. Someone's going to have to tackle him hard at some point, I think. Absolutely love to see it. A bit of talk, a bit of banter. He's talked it, they've walked it so far, but there is still 10 minutes left to go in this game. Anybody's guess what could happen. Oh, the Jets have a chance. A real chance. It's lined up from distance. It was probably the wrong option. Remats. Another day. I think the Jets would have spread that wide. Remats would have spread that wide, but it's just been... It's been a selfish Saturday for the strikers of both teams. Gar sees it out. Hassan dead into touch. That goes. Ten to go. Nunes with the ball in hand. The game has gone away from the football purity and a bit more of the talk and smack. Lots of swinging arms and legs. Kachuk, lovely pass. Oh, just slightly overhit. Halawi so quick though, he's going to recover this. Drops it in back to Murr, I think that is. There'll be a lot of eyes on him for this season, you can already tell. Squared. Kachuk had a chance earlier to basically see off the game. Advantage played for the time being. On they go. Still they push down Rangers offside flag raised. Has to be a yellow card given, surely, to Kachuk. Surely. Now, I tend to agree with the sideline commentators. If that had been given for a foul, you'd have to give a yellow. Now in back play. I understand the concern and the criticism. But Darren Glover has always, and tonight is no different, maintained his position as someone who likes to keep his cards in his pocket. Keeps the game very honest. That's another example of this brewing here today. Nunes. Who got the last touch there? It was Andrew Nunes. And he cops a bit in front of the Town Rangers technical area. Oh, what's going on here? Nothing in that one for what you might have been witnessing in back play. Nunes. Camboros, brilliant. Strong in. Musa. Flatlined his man. Tarkan Chala, we know he can hit them. And the former goalkeeper turned striker. Oh, he gives it away. Murr crosses the halfway line with not that many yellow and green jerseys in front of him. He squares it. Halawi's full of running off the bench. He reverse passes it to Rimats, who strikes. It's straight at the keeper and the offside flag is raised. You thought it was coming, and it was indeed. Played short to Shalovic. Crosses the halfway line with a massively punted long ball. Camilleri still following against the opposite fullback. But that long ball is being read every single time by Town Rangers. Kachuk has done so well on a day where he's carrying himself in glory. Minchinburry protest, but it was quite clearly offside.
One standing, the rest sit down now, please.
Even Darren Glover's saying, shut up. Everyone very chirpy today. Long ball in again. Will this be the one? Cambora strong in the air. Cleared away by Evan Kotsiopoulos. And it bounces dead and into the fence. Rimat's adamant that he was on. Meanwhile, here's Bonfils Rugarutsa. There's yellow jerseys free on the edge of the box. Charbel Musa, chief among them. Oh, flicked into a dangerous area. Chalai was lurking. Hermes sends it out wide. Chalai back to Hermes. Feeding it between the midfield line and getting cut out. Picked up here by Rematch, who's had a really competent game. Kachuk has been brilliant. He's asking his man to hold his run. He feeds it into that dangerous area, and Kyle Puffett, he goes for a dribble, and he's done so very well. Hermes, square pass, bringing Granu into the game. Oh, sliding challenge evaded by Chalai. What can he do from here? Poor pass, cut out by Zebets. Minutes left to go in this game. Chalai wins it back by hook or by crook. Trying to get past Kotsiopoulos. Can he? No is the immediate answer. Fontaine, Remats went down. After Fontaine had it stolen off him, and Jets can just pump this ball long. A change of foot. Joshua Schroeder was about to come onto the pitch. A big body indeed, and a very familiar name.
Tarkan! Come into middle! Ali! Ali! Go wide!
28-year-old in the 28 jersey. How do you like that? The brother of Marion and Tara Schroeder, WPL superstars. This is a talented footballing family. Oh, what's happening here? I think somebody in the Minchinburry Jets technical area is about to be spoken to. They've not struggled to create chances without Blake Curry, who's been off for a while now. Certainly because they've had more space in transition. It was he and Co getting spoken to in the technical area. I couldn't quite define exactly who it was. One in the air by Gar, picked up by Granu. Ooh, he's gone real hard there.
Hey, put in, Jacob! Put in,
Riding
Jacob,
around
get
his
back!
mate. Hopefully he's okay. Still he stays down. Attention being called into the game. I apologise to the viewers with shorter attention spans. It's a game in the last 30 minutes, I'd say. It's essentially the entire second half, which did start hot, I should say. Has been pretty stop-start. It has been unable to really grow and build. There's been a lot of stoppages, which is allowing both teams, to be fair, to get a lot of their energy back. I'm sure they all appreciate, but a lot of injury concerns.
Jacob, 4 to go for his injury, eh?
Still the concern on that far side after the awkward landing and also the coming together there. 122 of you watching here along on YouTube. Fantastic to have you all. And a reminder to please leave a like. That's how we know that you're enjoying it. As we tick past 87 minutes. Going to be a lot of time added on too. I think it's Arogar. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's quite the distance away, injury concern. But it looks like another one whose night has been ended prematurely, which is so unfortunate. Both sets of players. Still on the deck. Well, let's present to you what's to come. The Town Rangers will back up on Wednesday night, right back here against Parklea, who are riding the high of scoring 5 unanswered after being 3-0 down. Arrow Gar's back to his feet. By the way, in fact, it is Spencer Granules, who I said initially was in the contact, who was been occupying that right back slot for the best part of this second half. He's okay after all that. Just while we're there, Minchinburry Jets will next be taking on Blacktown St. Pat's, also on a Wednesday night catch-up. Well, we're actually touching on 90 minutes now after the amount of stoppages we've had. Town Rangers know that it's do or die at this point. 1-0 again, broken open by Blake Curry, the only goal in this contest so far. Josh Schroeder. Nunes doing well against fresh legs. Camilleri goes down. No, says Darren Glover. That is an absolutely superlative touch. Oh, glorious, glorious. Should be a yellow on Musa there in back play. Advantage is played, acknowledged by the referee. Remats hangs out at the back stick, asking for it from Maui Halawi. Halawi will try and spot him. Now he's gone down in an injury here. Blake Morris's boys go down 1-0 at home to the club where he used to operate with a lot of these players too since the transition to Town Rangers FC. Hufford picks it up behind the byline. Arrogar to Revadax Adonteng. Plenty of time to be added on. Lots of big bodies forward for Town Rangers. It's going to be Route 1 style, you imagine. They've not created a lot in this game. And the Jets' defence has been tested and tried. Oh, Schroeder! Why has he stabbed at it? That's a huge chance miss. A rush of blood, not really settled into the game, you'd have to say. That was the best chance of the... It won't look like it on replay because of the fact that he took 2 fewer touches. He had more time in him, but that was the best chance of the game for them. Certainly in the last 60 minutes of play. Big coming together there. Free kick given. Charbel Musa going down hard there. Someone's pulled their calf. It's Kachuk. He's struggling. He can barely stand up right now. No one's even moving on the Minchinburry Jets bench. They're going to have to see it out with the players who are battered and bruised right now. Egberts is going to leave it. It's another overhit free kick. Egberts is going to chase a ball that's gone some 30 yards behind the goal. He was given the ball by Town Rangers, and Simran Singh is absolutely begging Darren Glover to make the keeper come back and play quicker. Who's going to take the long route back to the pitch via the gate? What a brilliant night of football. It's been equal parts great quality and equal parts hearty. We'll put it at that. Egberts will clear. Deep into stoppage time. Everything now is at the discretion of the referee. Jets almost there. This would be a statement of intent. Giving away a free kick. Rush to play this. I wonder if that might just make them give up. missed out of the sky there. Poorly read by Hakim Marial. The Town Rangers going to have the ball in their hands. So they go to the bench. Ali Halawi will come on now. 17 is Muhammad Halawi. Being replaced by Ali Halawi. You can never have two on the pitch at the same time. Universe would cease to exist. Going down too easily off Nunes with another excellent back heel. Marial will have to keep that in. That's not his fault though. Long throw taken. Squeaky bum time. And Kambora sends it to the MPL. Aroga bowling balls it towards Camilleri. It's going to have to be now for Town Rangers. Aroga's got a real long throw on him. Can they keep this alive? Sure. Well, that's real poor, unfortunately. Remats doing his defensive duty. Clearly kicked that there. It's such a silly giveaway. In the wars today. And he's clearly got to have some fatigue in him. Could have pressed him fairly, and now they've given away another free kick. Aroga's not happy with it, but you can see that coming from a mile away. Apologies for that mic static. Remats has stayed down. So on we go with time to add on. 5 minutes in. Added on time. Bodies hurting a lot. Jacob Murr doing all the stirring, both on the ball and with his talk. We could be here till the next match of the round if time keeps getting added on like this. Remats is now testing out his Samba skills.
Stay up. Spencer, just you and Francis.
Could they switch this towards Ali Halawi? Anywhere will do, it seems, for the Jets. There cannot be long left. Kotsiopoulos wins it out of the sky. Granu goes down hard. And Boris beautifully done. This game's getting close to a real bad tackle, it feels, with the tension so heightened. That's not the whistle for this game. Play on. Advantage given. Hermes sends it out wide. It feels like it has to be now for Town Rangers. Forward they come. Boateng, I think, on the far side. So many Jets players around the gap. Where will this fall to? It'll trickle all the way through to Egberts. A look at the watch by the referee. Should really only be 8 seconds in this season for the goalkeeper to hold the ball. Hand is raised by the ref. They're getting close to conceding a corner. Sends away with real oomph. A Donteng out of the sky, right to the halfway line, picked up Hermes. Tarkan Chalai turns into space, couple of step overs. Oh, lovely to keep that alive. Camilleri, shoulders in behind. Great sliding challenge. Very, very injured, but a very, very lively shot. He's not watching the game though, because the ball's in play. He's now watching. Camilleri still stayed down. This could be the chance. Can they finally open it up? He's put it right down the throat of the goalkeeper. And now we're going to check on the injury to Jordan Camilleri. A missed opportunity again for Bonfils Rugarutsa. Egberts, so grateful. Camilleri, you know he's not faking it. His team are 1-0 down. I'm telling you, we're going to be here all night. What a win this would be. Camilleri's night is done. He can't even put pressure on his left leg. So they're down to 10. They've got no more subs left. Or do they? They do. Filip Kuzmanovsky makes his second debut in the match of the round for a new club this time. my ropes. Run the club alongside his brother, Christian.
Hey, shut up.
So still we go on. Camilleri still can barely walk. After all, though, it will be a drop ball in favour of Minchinburry Jets, who, of course, had the ball in hand after the referee brought it to a close. So again, a look at the watch by Darren Glover, and on we go. And Egbert is going to send this all the way back towards Blacktown Football Park. And Dante will win it out of the sky. There is Murr, who's played the whole game injured. He's trying to ride the foul. Down he goes. Town Rangers, just so silly in that moment. Why? Why? And I think in my honest analysis of this, what separates these two high-quality teams, and I'll stand by this, what separates these two high-quality teams from PL1 teams, that's at the grand finals, is the ability to keep their heads in moments like this. Instead of focusing on getting back into the game in a moment like coming up against an injured Jacob Murr, who is clearly wanting the foul, they foul it, and now they give away a ball, and they're going to send it to the far side. And it's going to go dead, but another 30 seconds trickle off. Still we go on. Still we go on. Flicked on by Schroeder. Boris. Strong, very strong. Highest level of quality shown there in experience. So when they take Musa, everybody forward. It's a positionless game. It's been sent to the NBL again. We're approaching 10 minutes now. The ball is back here. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to use that one, but there's so many yellow jerseys forward. Everyone in white back. Minchinburry Jets on the cusp of one of the most famous match of the round wins we've seen in a long time. It's been a real fun game to watch from many perspectives. And away they go. Picked up here. A bounce there with Hermes. Clear away. How much time can possibly be left? 100+ minutes played. There it is. Minchinburry Jets celebrate a hard-fought, painstaking, much-needed win. There's handshakes finally between the two, but man, it took a long while to get here, and it took a couple of massive tackles between the two. Lots of words that I'm sure are going to come into tackles. With the next time these two play, look forward to it in the deep parts of the winter when these two meet again at Minchinburry Reserve. You might just remember, the game was broken open just a couple of seconds from half-time by, of course, Blake Curry. It puts them equal top among a couple of other teams, including Park Lee, who won tonight. What a day of Premier League football. What a match of the round it has been. Minchinburry Jets, despite all the changes, despite having to take off a defender at half-time, come through unscathed with a clean sheet at Town Rangers. That is a statement I didn't expect to say, not because I didn't believe in them, but because nobody comes to this place and doesn't concede at least one. That is a statement of intent from the Jets in round one, who gave it to some PL1 teams in pre-season, and you can still comfortably say, after another off-season, after another moment where Blake Curry could have taken his foot off the pedal after being the best in the business, he goes and does it again. It's BC 13 on the score sheet, to the surprise of not me, not you, not anyone. And as a result, 3 points will be heading back to Minchinburry Reserve. My name is Mark Napoli. Thank you for your pleasant and, of course, long-standing coverage and company here tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you and a pleasure to be here. Always grateful to be at the BDSFA. Good night.
Wait, 40.
40. That's our ball. 40.
Allez, allez.